Let us open our eyes and prepare to bow in for our practice. Right hand followed by left, we bow, os. This means patience in Japanese. Rising up, we draw the hands to the lap. We bring the hands together to prayer, namaste. Let us honor the light in one another. Let's release the hands to the knees, prepare for a spinal warm-up. So on the inhale, we're going to extend the spine and gaze up. Shoulders broad. Exhale, chin to chest, belly contracts, spine flexes. And again, inhale, gazing up, spine lengthens. Exhale, chin to chest, spine rounds. Inhale, gazing up, lengthening, shoulders broadening, chin to chest, spine flexes, belly contracts. Come to a neutral spinal position. Interlace the fingers, palms now press away from your body. Shoulder heads draw down, spine is long. Draw the hands back together and then up above the head, palms rising to the sky, shoulder heads drawing down the back. Now we're going to release the hands and re-interlace the hands behind the back. Shoulders drawing wide, gaze drawing up, spine is long. Let's draw the hands to the right hip. Keep the spine long. Draw the elbows together, really opening up across the shoulders. Let's move to the left side. Again, shoulders broadening, elbows drawing together. Now release the hands. Let's draw them to the front of the mat and come up onto all fours. Step the knees back a bit, settle yourself in. We're going to lay back into child's pose. From here, we're going to move into rolling weight from the knees. Rising up, rolling vertebra to vertebra forward. Cobra hood forms, pelvis lowers, gaze rises. Chin to chest, cobra hood again forms. We press back, child's pose. And again, we roll forward, vertebra to vertebra. Cobra hood forms, pelvis lowers, gaze rises, upward facing dog. Chin to chest, activate the belly, cobra hood forms, we roll back, child's pose. Rising up, rolling through the spine, pelvis lowers, gaze rises. Chin to chest, cobra hood forms, rolling back, sit bones to heels. And finally, we roll forward once more, vertebra to vertebra, rolling into upward facing dog. Chin to chest, we roll back, child's pose. From here, we're going to drop to a 4-point base. Shoulder heads over the wrist, stepping back to plank or a push-up. Belly strong, spine is long, pressing back to downward facing dog. Let's take a moment, stretch the calves, pressing the heels into the floor opposite one another. Keep the spine long, the shoulder heads drawn down the back. Palms and hands rooting into the floor, fingers spread wide. From here, we prepare for rolling leg. Rising up on the balls of the feet, we activate the belly, rolling vertebra to vertebra forward into our cobra hood, pelvis lowering, finally ending up in a modified up facing dog or floating up facing dog. Chin to chest, rolling back, cobra hood, all the way peaking, heels finally lowering back into downward facing dog. And again, we rise. Belly contracts, spine rolls, cobra hood, shoulder heads drawing away from the ears. We lower the pelvis, modified up facing dog. Chin to chest, we rise with the belly, rolling back, heels to the floor. Stay with your natural breath. And again, heels rise, belly contracts, spine rolls, vertebra to vertebra forward. Shoulder heads right over the wrists as we lower the pelvis and come into upward facing dog. Chin to chest, cobra hood, rolling back, working the heels back to the floor. Heels rising, belly activating, spine rolling, vertebra to vertebra, cobra hood activated, pelvis lowering, modified up facing dog. Chin to chest, rolling back, heels to the floor. Let's lower the knees, settling back into child's pose for 3 breaths. Arms by the sides. Remember, this movement is not about quantity, it's about quality. Take the time to stop, rest when you need to, come back to the practice again. From child's pose, we're going to walk the hands out in front of the body. Spread your fingers. Move the hands into the floor. Make sure the hands are shoulders width distance apart. We press up into plank, and then finally back to downward facing dog. Draw feet together, big toe joints touching. Take the right leg to the sky, neutral pelvis, demi point. Draw the heel to the sit bone, begin rolling the spine, draw the knee towards the nose, hold cobra hood, and take it back to the sky. And once more, knee draws in, belly activates, cobra hood forms, and hold. And now back to the sky, full extension of the right leg. Right foot now draws back to the floor. Left leg draws to the sky, neutral pelvis, demi point. We begin to roll forward into the cobra hood, hold, work the foot back to the sky, stay with your natural breath. And again, knee rolls forward, cobra hood forms, we hold, we take the foot back to the sky. And finally, left foot.
Move the mat out of the way and do some martial arts. Then we'll come some Shirinji Kempo. Some simple Shirinji Kempo sequences against a French. So parry and then a counter punch is first sequence. And we're angling, so we're not taking directly. So punch is coming in, and open-handed parry, counter punch. A little smoother. With that parry in there before the punch goes out. So it's an evasion instead of just blocking and punching in place, ideally. I might need to move that front foot a little bit. The next sequence. And my counter punch is going to the floating ribs, so looking out of the way and then hitting to the lower body. The other one's coming from the other side. So the first one is a parry like this, and the next one's outward like that. Moving off that line of attack, that parry, and then hitting to the body with the counter punch. So that first one parrying out, and then countering. This next one, punch is coming in, moving to the outside with the flat of the arm, and then counters. So the counter is the same. It's just opening with different parries. That first parry is an open hand like this. And like I said, we're not just standing here and doing arm motions. We're evading, getting out of the way, and then delivering a strong counter. And the next one, open-handed parry with that forearm, and then hitting to the body, getting off that line of attack, because the person that's attacking us is coming in straight, and we're getting off that line of attack, not being knocked off balance. So good solid lower body. Move on to another one. Actually, a couple more times is that other parry. So, boom, boom, and it's not locked out like karate, because this is Kempo, so it's a lot more smooth and fluid, and combining parries and evasions and counters at the same time instead of doing it kind of like the blocky karate way. A little more upright stance. This next one looks like a 1-2 combination. So looks like kind of hooking the hand down, punching to the face, and then one to the body. So pulling back, punching hand down, punching in the face, and then hitting to the body. So again, that first one was an open-handed parry, stepping off the line of attack, and punching the vertical fist. The next one is that open-handed parry with the fist, and then hitting to the body. This next one is kind of grabbing the hand, the guarding hand, and pulling it down, punching, and then the second one to the body. First one to the head, second one to the body. You should be able to do that from the other side too. Parry, punch, body blow. So with that lead hand, you're pulling that punching hand down so you can hit to the head when there's an opening. We're not locking straight out. We have a little bit of a bend. And then body blow. Again, not locking straight out, but a little bit of a bend. And I'll show you a sequence that they do, going 3 times forward and 3 times back. Punch, punch, hand up, hook punch, upper parry, middle parry, lower parry, hand out of the way, counter kick, and then back. And they also do that with a pull. So thrust, hit, block, 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 kick, like that. So, thrust, and then so you can see it, thrust. This kind of motion hitting upwards, block, block the other way, kick, and into a forward. So you can take their blocks and evasions from the empty hand. Shuffle, cross over step, have that arm up, and the third one is a hook punch. From there, stepping back, 3, 1, 2, 3. Going for that counter kick, and then back again. So, 26 minutes. That'll be good for enough for today. Next time I'll do more yoga and do more martial arts. But we got a little empty hand. We got some yoga and some kicks in, and some counters, some reasonable fluid counters. Still a little bit pneumonia, so my lungs are still not the fullest, but getting a little bit better and getting some healthy movement, getting some circulation in the body happening, some decent movement. Go and raid somebody now. So there was another open tournament that I might have been interested in, but the deadline's tonight, so there's no way I'd be able to get a kata or a performance form ready for that short amount of time because the tournament's next week. Maybe next year at this time, we'll see. We're going to go raid the Modern Revelation. So thanks everybody for joining me. And we'll see you again next time.